Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are taking a look at a veteran run, so this trainer does have a YouTube channel, and the link will be in the description down below. Taking a look at Haxorus, so Haxorus in the Master League Premier Classic, and I've battled this a few times, and Haxorus is a really good Pokemon as long as it basically stays away from a Charm user or a Fairy type in general like Florges. It is looking pretty good. So let's just go ahead and dive right into the battles and see what's going on. We do have a very spicy Electivire for the opponent. In comes a Togekiss from the opponent. Okay, so the good thing about Waterfall Gyarados is that it does actually have play against Togekiss, whereas the Dragon Breath, of course, is going to be double resisted. So the Waterfalls, Aqua Tails adding up. We do see a shield there from the opposing Togekiss. They're going to be able to throw an Ancient Power, which will KO, so the Gyarados will shield this one up. So that is a good shield, of course. No boost, luckily. Able to get off this Aqua Tail. So this Aqua Tail is going to... It is going to connect and KO the Togekiss. In comes the opposing Gyarados. And they have Waterfall, which is actually good. Obviously, Haxorus does not want to go up against a Dragon Breath Gyarados, or Dragon Breath in general. So it does struggle against Charm, Fairy types, as I mentioned, but also Dragon Breath uses, right? Or Dragon Tail uses. But Crunch is not super effective towards Haxorus. Neither is Aqua Tail, obviously, so that's totally fine. And Haxorus has a really high attack, so these Night Slash attacks, even though it's not the strongest move in the game, still going to do a good amount of damage. We do see a shield. Actually going to switch out into the Togekiss and go for the Ancient Power. I like that play. So this Ancient Power is going to KO. Actually, no, it's not. Never mind. But Electivire comes in, and you just need a couple counters to finish off the Gyarados. Even if this is a Crunch, it doesn't KO. They would need an Outrage to KO it, but it's just an Aqua Tail. So yeah, that is going to be a great game. Very well played to both trainers. You absolutely love to see it. Great gameplay. So yeah, well done. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. But yeah, so I mean, Haxorus is really good, and this trainer has a perfect, which is also really cool. I don't have a good one, I don't think. I'll check. But anyway, looking at actually probably the worst matchup you could get, because if you go into Haxorus, they're gonna switch out, and if you go into Gyarados, I mean, it's still not great, although I guess at least Gyarados is doing neutral damage with Waterfalls. So you're adding up, the damage is adding up there, and they lowered their defense. So now the Waterfalls are even doing more damage. And they go for another a Wild Charge. They have to switch out, and they do into Gyarados. So Crunch is coming out right now from the Gyarados. Going down 2 shields, though, always rough. But we'll see what happens. I mean, of course, Haxorus does well against Magnezone, so we don't know what else is in the back. They're going to throw an attack. Will Crunch KO? I think the Gyarados might barely live it. Yeah, it does barely live it, and it is able to get off this Crunch, which is huge. So very nice. So they do pick up a shield there, so that's good. So it's Charm down. Definitely going to go for that Charm down. And they do get off an Aqua Tail, but it's not going to KO. I think if you get one more Charming, that will KO the Gyarados. I don't think they go for an attack. No, in comes the Magnezone. Out comes the Haxorus. Out comes a Machamp. Gonna go ahead and go for this Dragon Claw right now. So Haxorus is going to land it. Very nice. I don't know, maybe they throw the Night Slash. Going for the Night Slash now, which makes sense because, well, it is enough to KO. But aside from that, you have a chance at a boost. And we do see a shield. We actually see a CMP tie. So Crush Drop shouldn't KO. It does not. Haxorus going to be able to finish off. Oh, they both go down at the same time. Able to get off this Ancient Power. Actually had a Flamethrower ready as well. But this Ancient Power should be enough as it is. Definitely wanted to go for the Flamethrower there. Luckily, Ancient Power was enough, but that's okay. Great game. Very well played. Definitely a tough lead. I would say one of the most difficult leads this team could face, but again, it is worth going straight into the Gyarados, I think, because the Waterfall's doing neutral damage, and I mean you're double weak to it though, which is not great. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. Togekiss into Snorlax, going to go ahead and switch into the Gyarados. They switch out into the Dragon Breath Gyarados, so not great. But if you I don't know if you could win switch here, but if you manage to win switch, of course the Haxorus on that Snorlax will be really good. Well, maybe you can if you commit shields. No, just gonna let it go. It's not gonna KO, but going to let that go. Can you get to another move? Come on. Able to get it through, and Let's see, this might be enough to warrant the shield from them if they want to go for switch, and they do not, but it doesn't KO and both go down at the same time. Oh my gosh. Okay, probably the best you could have hoped for there, but let's see what comes in. Haxorus versus Excadrill. This is even better than the Snorlax. This is amazing because you do not want Togekiss on this at all. And they let that go. Shield counted down. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. So this is great for the Haxorus. Yeah, I mean, counter uses are really good in this meta for sure. I mean, whether it be Haxorus or like Machamp or Conkeldurr, I think they're really good. There's a decent amount of Pokemon that are weak to it or take neutral damage from it. It's just really, really solid. But good win there. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. See how the next game goes. Just a minute, I forgot to edit out these parts, but that's okay. We're gonna see how the next game goes. So it's gonna be a Togekiss, as we know, into a Dragonite, the Dream Lead, the absolute Dream Lead. They switch into Excadrill. Out comes Gyarados with Waterfall. Both Gyarados and Haxorus have good play against this Excadrill, so I'm gonna take that Rock Slide. Gonna go for the Aqua Tail because if you go for the Waterfall down, they might get to another Rock Slide, so it's not worth going for. So just gonna go for this Aqua Tail to KO it. Let's see. I mean, I assume the Dragonite comes back in, and it does. So maybe get to a crunch. No, not gonna be able to get to a crunch. Maybe an Aqua Tail? No, barely not able to get it off. But it doesn't really matter because you do have this Togekiss. Togekiss can easily take any attack Dragonite has. Are going to be able to easily jump down, but they actually have double steal. So I've seen that Team Dragonite double steal. I've seen it with Excadrill and Metagross. I've seen it with Metagross Magnezone. But this is great, of course, for this team. Picking up that boost as well. Holy cow. So going to be able to go for a Night Slash again. This has to get the shield. They just let it go. In comes Dragonite. Yeah, the opponent just going to go ahead and concede. And that is going to be a great game, very well played to both trainers. And we're going to be looking at one more game in this video. This team's working out really well for this trainer. Togekiss, Gyarados, and Haxorus. So, yeah, Haxorus going to be doing pretty well. As I said, as long as it stays away from the fairy types, and also you don't want it on Dragon Breath users, you're looking pretty good. Picking up a fantastic lead. They switch into Excadrill. Out comes the Gyarados. What is this, a repeat from the last game? I'm going to go ahead and take this. So, Rock Slide, that's fine. I'm going to go for the Aqua Tail. They probably let this go. I don't think they'll shield. And they do not shield. So, what is coming in? Well, we know that Dragonite's going to come in. Yep, in it comes. Trying to get to an Aqua Tail. Again, not able to get it off, but it doesn't matter because you have Togekiss, so just going to bring that in immediately. Is this another double steal one? Is there a Metagross hanging out in the back as well? We don't know. Dragon Claw not going to do much. There is. Oh my gosh, it's the same team. As I said, pretty common team. It's a really good team as well, but we do see a Night Slash come out, and that will pick up the shield, and no boost this time. I was starting to question whether or not it was actually the same exact game, but it's not. So this Haxorus does go for that Night Slash. We do see that shield. Now Haxorus could just safely, honestly, double shield if it has to. It might not even have to. It might get to a Night Slash, but then Togekiss doesn't need shields against Dragonite. So we're going to see another shield here. Makes sense. Going to be that Mini Mesh. And the Night Slash coming out. This is going to be enough to KO, and it's going to be straightforward from here. And I'm going to switch out right now. And that is going to be a beautiful game. The opponent going to go ahead and concede there. So you're really well done. Really great set. Picking up some good leads. Absolutely amazing. And that is... Was that a 5-0? That was a 4-1 or 5-0? I think that was a 5-0. I don't think there was a loss here, was there? I guess we'll find out after this Hitmontop is caught. But, yeah, we'll see. But as I said, this trainer is going to go ahead and hit Veteran, which is huge. Going to be able to catch this Hitmontop. And it is going to be... Yeah, it was a 5-0. Okay, yeah. No losses there. Very nice. And congratulations on Veteran. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.